What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the Wallet Monkey channel, where we give you all the credit intel you need to grow your wallet. So today I want to talk about savings rates. So CPI numbers just came in. We dropped back down into the 8s from 9.1. I think we dropped back down to 8.5%. Doesn't really matter. That doesn't mean that prices are going to go down. And CPI is a flawed model. You want to look at older models and that are taking into consideration housing properly, because that is a skewed metric on the CPI model that is currently being used. And they're always changing the CPI model. So how are you supposed to get historical data when they're always changing it? You can't, and that's why they do it, I think. So that way, you never really know how bad things are right now. It's kind of like part of the game, right? Like it or hate it, it is part of the game. So savings rates. We are all trying to fight inflation. Side hustles are, searches for side hustles. That whole appeal and attraction is through the roof. People are getting into, real estate game. They're getting into metals, real assets, equities, fake assets, wherever they can at this point. But let's talk about something simple that's not so sexy, and that is savings accounts. So I got Bankrate pulled up, and they've just updated this. And I wanted to talk about some trends that I'm seeing here. And I think this is interesting. I don't pay a super close attention to savings rates because I just personally can't get that excited about 1.9%. Now, it's not like you got to dump all your money into this and do it that way. Putting some money here does help offset, what you're getting charged in interest rates on your credit cards, what you're getting charged for inflation, and every other tax that you get hit as a US resident. So anyway, here is the list. These are the featured offers because they're the highest. We'll go down to the full list in just a second, but we got Citibank, never heard of them, Sophie, which Sophie is probably one of the best ecosystems from a fintech standpoint. Crypto, getting involved in equities, trading. If you want to get into that world, Sophie, man, they make a strong argument, especially in comparison to like some of the older legacy solutions, which also offer, trading, like TD Ameritrade offers trading. They have some credit cards. But again, I think that Sophie is definitely like the younger generation version of that, and it's probably got way more appeal. And there's a huge suite of products. Personal loans, credit cards, savings accounts, etc. So the more that you get in this ecosystem, the more soft pull pre-approvals that they're probably going to start serving up your way. Citizens, old school bank. Synchrony. So Synchrony is getting into the game of savings. This isn't terribly new, but it is like they weren't doing this a couple years back. So Synchrony getting into this, and then them launching their own MasterCard, which we covered on the channel before, is very, very interesting to me. It looks like they're taking all these store cards and all this data they've been collecting for, I don't even know how long they've been around, at least a decade or two. But they're collecting that, and maybe they're starting to compile that and now offer their own suite of products. So I like it. It's cool seeing them get involved in the game. I mean, better late than never. I would have done it sooner, or at least I like to think I would if I was in charge over there. Okay, so next is Barclays 1.65, Marcus by Goldman 1.5, and then Capital One 1.5. Capital One, you always see them coming in and out of this list for top APYs. And the reason why I say things like this is it wouldn't be a bad thing to start paying attention to this on a monthly basis for like the next 3-4 months. Who's coming in and out of the list, the top of the list, and who's staying consistent. And the reason why I say that is because it's so easy for them to just come out and say, hey, 3% APY, and then change it 2 months later. And you're never gonna get that. So they get a bunch of people to jump over, oh my God, and APY chasers, let's call them. And you go through setting up new accounts, getting dings on your check systems or whatever's going on, maybe even getting hard pulls for membership, and then they're just gonna rug pull you in a couple months anyway. So a lot of times these APYs do not last. These APYs have all been going up. The initial sticker shock of record high inflation had rates down to I think we were at 1.10, 1.1 or 1.2% for a while, and we've slowly been working our way up. I follow Ally a little closer, which we'll look at them in just a second. I think they're at 1.4%. So consistency matters because they could be offering 5% for 15 minutes, but it don't mean nothing. So I want to make that point crystal clear. If you're going to get involved in this game in any capacity, or if you already are, then you already know this, is that consistency is what's going to actually pay you on a yearly rate. Now, what's funny is offers from banks you may use, they probably should remove this because they're doing them more disservice by showing them. They might as well just completely hide this because these are really, really bad. Like, this is your standard bank APY from a big bank, big box bank right now. This is laughable. It's actually ridiculous. They've completely eroded away your ability to be able to save. That's what happens in inflated markets, is savers get punished. Spenders get rewarded, savers get punished. All right, so let's scroll down now. Citi Bank Savings Connect is the highest at, I believe, right? Yeah, is the highest at 1.9%. They won't let you filter this. Next is Citizens, then Barclays at 165, then Synchrony at 165 as well. Bread and Comenity basically merged. They're the same thing now. So now we've got the two big store card players basically at the same rate. Minimum is $100 here, $0 here. Minimums also matter, okay? To get that percentage, minimums matter. Capital One, again, they stay pretty consistent whether you like Capital One or not. And then, yeah, Ally Bank is 1.4%. Of course, no minimums. I know a lot of people who got money in there. They did it because it's consistent. Ally Bank was the highest for a long time. They were 2.2%, 2.4% when money was cheap. Now they're 1% lower. American Express High Yield Savings Account. Again, that's not really a high yield savings account because otherwise you'd see it at the top of the list. But there's a lot of like regular players in here too. Discover has got one as well. Citibank has got one. Those are all decent options. Again, it's just going to be what you feel comfortable with. But I hope this has been a great primer for those of you who are brand new to savings accounts and trying to, beat inflation that way. And for those of you who are already a veteran in the game, I'd love to hear what savings accounts is your go-to. Like, where are you at right now? Are you an Ally? Are you hopping around for APY chasing? Like, what's your strategy? What's your game right now that you're playing with this? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Like this video if you want it to get in front of more people. You know the deal. Subscribe, bell notification, turn it to all. We'll see you again in another video. Bye.